Guys, Jess here. I'm back this week with another 20-minute motivator. So we are going to go ahead and tackle half-used sticker sheets, or I have an experimental organization idea or project that I'm going to try out tonight. So I decided it would be a good use of my 20 minutes for this week. And so I hope you will all join me in choosing one of your own tasks to accomplish in the next 20 minutes or so. I'm going to set the timer and we're going to go ahead and jump right into this project here. I'm kind of excited about it, so let's get started. So we'll put the timer on here for 20 minutes. Let's see, which always seems to get faster and faster each week. I don't know if you all feel that way, but I certainly do. Okay, so what you're looking at here is a bunch of, well, we got chipboard as well, but partially used or 3/4 of the way used, some more than other sticker sheets. And I was scrapping this week earlier. I pulled out a kit that I had created that had a lot of these in it, that I had created last year to try to, reinvigorate the supplies I already had, put life back into them so I could use them up. And as I was going through the kit, I was just like, wow, I have all these great stickers, and I kind of forgot about them. And they're so versatile. The one thing I really love about stickers is that you can use them on so many different layouts, just little bits and pieces. And what I was thinking about as I was going through this kit, I'm like, I wish I would have known I had this specific image or sticker, or I wish I would have known I had this. I could have used it on a different layout. And so as much as I enjoy kits, I also like to search through my product in general so that I know what I have and I can look through and see if something will work. And so when they're put into a kit, I don't necessarily remember they're there if I'm not actively using the kit. I hope that's making sense. So I was trying to, I've been watching, one of my favorite scrapbook channels to watch is RTS Record the Story. Her name is Janet, excuse me. I don't know if she actually does any more YouTube channels now. I think one of my subscribers had let me know she had moved over to Patreon. However, on her channel she has a huge library of various scrapbook videos. She's amazing. She does organization, she does page prep, she does lots of different challenges. She's just a wonderful woman and full of knowledge and ideas. And so I've been rewatching some of her content, and I was watching one of her organization videos where she actually takes her stickers and her chipboard and even her ephemera. So I'm not going to go that far, but her stickers and her chipboard, and she puts them in a D-ring binder on cardstock that's lined with wax paper. And so the wax paper acts as the stickers stick just enough to it so that you can take them off and reuse the adhesive on whatever layout it is. It's kind of like the backers that the stickers already come on. And so the idea is that she takes them off the packaging they come in, and she puts them in her binder. She organized them by colors, and I believe collections to some extent, or themes. And I was thinking about it. I'm like, I love my little sticker binders, which is, my A5 size, and I love looking through them. It makes it really easy to see what I have for tiny alphas. I know exactly where to go when I'm looking for a tiny alpha. And so I started thinking, I'm like, this might be a really great idea to put those embellishments that I don't really have a permanent home for, aka the ones that maybe I put into a kit that I'm no longer using, or some that are partially used, mainly, or my chipboard, because I never reached for it. So what I've decided to do tonight is create my own binder using this system for my chipboard, because those come in 12 by 12 sheets, and honestly I never reach towards them. But I feel like if they were in an embellishment binder, I would look through and I probably would see an image that I would use on a layout. Even though I don't typically gravitate towards chipboard, their images are beautiful, so I always make a way to utilize them when I can. So I thought that since, you know, kind of congregating them or putting them all into one system might work for me when it comes to these partially used sheets that aren't filed in another way. So what I also have included in here is some puffy words that are almost used up. So with my thickers, I have my alpha thickers. I have a great system. I have them categorized by color and their alphabets, so that works for me. However, for the words, I do have them organized by color, but when I get to the multicolor or the ones that are partially used, I was thinking I could adopt this system as well, just to make it easier to seek them out, because with multicolor, I can still flip through my system and find them eventually, but I don't know. I'm thinking like this might work better. So I'm torn. So we're going to do a trial run tonight. That's what I'm doing. An experiment, a trial run. So I've gathered a bunch here that we're going to do a trial run with. And then what I wanted to show you is that I had this Dollar Tree 1-inch binder and some sheet protectors that I had purchased at Target, and I was originally going to use these, but I realized I didn't have any printer cardstock, and I was like, oh, bummer. You know, every time I've gone out, I forgot to pick some up. So when I was getting ready to, like, when I thought of this, I was like, oh man, I don't have any on hand. But actually, I had gotten a bunch of, like four or five of these Heidi Swapp 8.5 by 11 albums on clearance at Joann's a while back for $4. I kid you not. These are excellent quality. And I don't really scrap 8.5 by 11 anymore because I've graduated to 9 by 12. So I have these just as extras. So a couple of them, I'm using them for my daughter's, or my stepdaughter's schoolwork from when she was young, her kindergarten through like 2nd grade schoolwork that we've saved in a tote. But I still have a couple of spare ones, and I'm like, I might as well use this. These are beautiful. They got a great spine that I could label. They're quite, they're probably 1.5 inches or 2 inches wide. So if I decide the system works good for me, I can put a lot in here. So I've started it the other night just to see how I felt. And I was having a lot of fun with it, to be honest with you. So in Janet's video, she actually just punches hole, like lines the paper with her cardstock with wax paper. She adheres it with glue, and then she actually just punches holes in the sheet and doesn't use a page protector and just puts them in the binder. I was a little hesitant to do that because I wasn't going to trust that all of these would stick very well. So, and this album actually already comes with page protectors. So I figured I would just start off by putting them in the page protectors, but I can still see very clearly what I have. And so I had a lot of pieces from the Maggie Holmes Sunny Days chipboard set and sticker set, that they were just like, they were missing parts and pieces. So I thought, what a great idea to try this out and put these on. So that's what I did here. How awesome is this? Look how easy this is to see everything you have. In my current system, I would have to go to my sticker bin, my thicker bin, and then where my chipboard is housed. Thankfully, all of these actually were in a kit, which I totally forgot about, and that's the other issue, right? Is that I forgot I even had these because they were in a kit that I was tired of using, so I just put it on a shelf. But these components and these pieces, I could have used on numerous layouts that I have created over time, because they have one little, you know, butterfly or heart or fruit or ice cream or flower that would have worked somewhere else. And I really like to utilize my my supplies, because I have a lot of it, whenever I can. So I like to know what I have at all times. My ephemera, like I said, my ephemera, my thickers, and my small flat thickers and puffy stickers, I've got a pretty good system for. It's these partially used sheets, these sticker sheets, and these chipboards that really where I'm struggling. So we're going to give this a try. And so far, I'm really loving it. You know, and if I love it a lot, I might just convert all my stickers to this system. I might make the plunge. But today we're just going to stick with the partially used and the sheets and my chipboard to start with, and I will do a follow-up so you guys can see, so I can give you feedback and let you know what I think. So let me just take one of these out. So this is double-sided, so I simply just adhered the wax paper with my ATG. I didn't feel the need to do anything more than that. It seems to hold pretty well. Now, as you can see, some of these, like this little guy, I'm going to add some tape to it because he's not sticking very well at all. He wasn't sticking on the original sticker sheet either, so let me actually add a little tape here. And that's the beauty of it too. You can just add, you can even add wet glue to these and they will still come off this wax paper. So now I have this great snapshot of everything I have with this Maggie Holmes collection. How cool of a system is this? Like, I've watched the video like once before and I was just like, oh, I can't see myself doing that. It's, you know, it's a cool idea, but it won't work for me. But, you know, we all progress and grow as crafters and our organization grows along with us. So I think I've just, over time, have realized that, you know, I still don't have a system for everything, or some of my systems aren't working as well or as efficiently as I was hoping, and I think this is one of them. So yeah, we're going to continue on making more of these sheets with the leftover stickers. I just think this is a fantastic idea for this situation for me. And I can keep this binder on my desk, so, or on a shelf readily available, so I can just grab it every time I create and flip through and see what I have. So yeah, I'm very excited. So let's dive in. I've spent a lot of time actually talking and we're already like more than halfway through our 20 minutes here. So let's go ahead and get started. All right. And so luckily enough, this album actually already came with cardstock pieces, so I'm just using what I already have, but I do, you know, you can just go out and get your standard cardstock printer weight. You know, the cardstock you would use for your printer from Staples or any other Walmart or anywhere, and that would work just fine. You just want a little bit of weight to it so it can hold the weight of the product you have on there. So the next thing I need to think about in doing this is how I'm going to organize them, and I think I am going to keep them by designer. Excuse me, I'm getting a drink. Because excuse me, because having them as binder system, it will make it really easy to flip through and see what I have. Because before, or currently, if they're not in a kit, this is my system, and this is not bad. I don't mind flipping through, but I think this is just upgrading. The binder is just almost upgrading this. And I also thought about maybe getting a 6x12 album from Studio Calico, and then just cutting cardstock and adhering these to that cardstock and using these in a 6x12 album, so I don't have to remove them from the backing they already come on. But I didn't want to invest $30 in an album. I thought that was not really the best use of my money. So I think putting these on a new sheet isn't the worst thing in the world. Because these are 8.5 by 11, these are just a little bit too long. And so I was thinking, can I just, you know, adhere them onto this cardstock or put in the pockets? I guess you could. I guess you could just put 2 in each pocket. But I like the idea that these are all easy to see as I flip through. So there's a lot of different ways that you can apply this similar technique. But I'm just going to go ahead and use Janet's technique, attach the wax paper, and then take the stickers off and chipboard off and actually put them on the wax paper. So, all right, let's jump right in here. All right, so I'd love to hear if you guys already do a system like this. Have you already adopted something like this, or is this a new idea to you as well? Like I said, it wasn't necessarily new to me. It's just that when I first saw it, I didn't think anything of it, or I didn't think that I could apply it to the way I organized at the time, if that makes any sense. You know, a lot of people have so many great ideas on YouTube, and at the time you see them, they're not always applicable. Oops, I missed a little corner there. I was trying to be reserved in my wax paper. But you know what, we'll use it anyway. You know, at the time I watched her original video, I was just like, oh, that's interesting, but why would you go through all the effort to, you know, go so far as to take it off the original packaging? But now, you know, fast forward some time, I kind of understand why. Like, looking through the efficiency of being able to look through it in a binder system just makes a lot more sense to me now than it probably did back then. So yeah, it's really interesting how we evolve, we grow and evolve as crafters over time. Now, like I said before, in Janet's video, she actually took the time and put glue, I think the Tombow Mono clear glue, and she would spend time prepping these back pages and she would glue them down instead of just using tape. But I'm impatient. I don't have the patience to do that, if I'm 100% honest. Now, I mean, these can come off with the tape, but honestly, it's adhering well enough that I'm fine with doing this process. But again, I'm almost wondering, and something I do want to try, is I'm wondering if you could do spray adhesive, if that would work good too. I don't have any on hand, but it certainly might. So that's another option. You can do some spray adhesive on the cardstock and then go ahead and lay your wax paper down. So I'm sure there's many ways you could adhere it, but I'm just going with my ATG because I'm impatient and lazy. You know, at least I'm honest, right? So if you've never heard of this, if you do this system, I'd love to hear from you and kind of know, how is it working out for you? What are the pros and cons to it? What do you like? What do you don't like? Yeah, I'd love to hear, how long have you been doing it? Or if you don't do this system, you know, what system do you do? How do you solve for this issue that I am currently faced with, right? You have so much product that you don't have line of sight into everything that you own. You know, and I have a pretty good system for most things. I mean, I really enjoy my ephemera system. It's easy to look through and see what I have for that. I like my thicker system. Again, I've adopted the binder system for my my smaller stickers, and so I guess this is just a larger scale version of that, maybe. If you know, you look at it that way, right? So I would just love to hear from you. I'm always looking for new ideas, so please share away, because we're constantly evolving and changing how we organize to make crafting more efficient in a lot of ways, right? Who wants to spend all their time looking for something, right? That's frustrating. When you just want to spend most of your time creating. So if you have a system you love, I would love to hear from you, and I'm sure the other viewers would too. So make sure you put that in the comments below. And what else have you guys been working on? What organization projects have you been working on? Or more or less, what have you guys been using these 20-minute motivators for? Oh, and speaking of, I think let's check on the time, because I've been doing a lot of chatting. Oh, we're in our last minute already. Look at that. I have chatted the entire 20 minutes away. So we're going to hang on for a little bit longer and get through some of these sticker sheets. So if you guys have been, you know, if you were more efficient with your time and have already jumped in and got your task done, congratulations. Good for you. I am a chatty Cathy tonight, and which is pretty typical for me. And I'm getting a late start here. But what have you been using these 20-minute motivators for? I'd love to hear from you. Are they helpful? I do know that I do get a lot of great feedback on these and saying you guys enjoyed them, you look forward to them, they are helpful, so thank you. I love hearing about that. It really, really motivates me to keep going with content like this. So thank you for those of you who do reach out and comment. There's the timer now. Your 20 minutes is up, so go have fun if that's what you're choosing to do, or you can stick around and stay productive with me. So there is our 20 minutes already. Holy moly. All right. So yeah, I'd love to know, you know, what projects do you take these 20 minutes, and are you finding that with starting out with the 20 minutes, are you know, graduating to, are you like me where it starts off for 20 minutes and then the next thing you know it's an hour and you've gotten so much more accomplished? Does that end up happening to you? Or are you still struggling with motivation and pretty much you get to the 20 minutes and you're like, yeah, I'm good. I don't want to do anymore. I mean, I have nights like that, so maybe it's a mixed bag. It certainly is for me. It's not, you know, every night I'm not always motivated to go, you know, more than the allotted, you know, this 20 minutes, but at least I accomplished something, and that's what I remind myself of, that, you know what, Jess, you set out to get a task done and you did it. So, you know what? You can go play if that's what you want to do. So, all right. So now we've taken that, oh, I got sunglasses on here. I think this goes to, well, we'll put these on here. Now we've taken that one sheet. Now, I just opened this up and I just realized that you could probably do something similar if you choose to do so. These are 6 by 12. You could actually open these up and put these in a 12 by 12 album. I just noticed that. I don't have any spare 12 by 12 albums, and honestly, with the cost of a 12 by 12 album, I don't know that I would use it for embellishment storage, but if you found one secondhand, that would be another great idea. Just open these up and put them in a page protector. Oh, those can be pricey too, but if you get like an inexpensive one from Hobby Lobby, that would work just as well. And you can see everything you have and flip through. So that's another idea. I just realized that when I opened it up. But we have one sticker sheet down. So I think there's just lots of opportunity here. All right, so I really think I'm gonna keep collections like these are one sticker collection per side, if I can. I'm not going to do it by color, I don't think. We're going to start this way anyway. But I do typically scrap by color, so we're going to see how this works. And I might move towards color, I'm not sure, but I really like to know, and this I don't even have the manufacturer on, actually. I know who it is. It's the Carousel collection, I'm pretty sure, but I'm going to try and keep the manufacturer labels on them for the ones I do have. So I think I'm going to keep them by collection right now. So we're going to go that route. So here's another crate paper. So we're going to keep on with the crate paper. Get all those done. The ones that I recognize anyway. And then we'll move on. Oh, look, see, I have another Sunny Days right there. I only used 1 or 2 stickers, but since I've already got the other collection laid out, I might as well just have that one added in, right? Does that make sense? All right, so I'll do that later because I've already moved on from there to a different collection. All right, so let's see here. We got another crate paper. So we'll just go ahead and add. So I don't mind filling in the rest of this with another crate paper because they're like the same manufacturer, same designer, and the vibe is kind of the same. So we're just going to go ahead and add more of these right here. Usually that you find that with the manufacturers, they all have a similar style. So you can get away with adding in a lot of the same, you know, different collections to the same page. And I'm trying to use every inch that I can of these wax papers just so I get all the different images right on the one sheet. So the more I can see all at once, the more I realize what I have in my inventory, really, right? Because that's something else. It's funny that Janet says in her videos, she's like, you know, if you stop calling it your stash and you kind of call it your inventory, it like takes it up to the next level. Because these are products that you love and you know, you bought and you take care of. So kind of treat it like an inventory. And I was like, oh, that's an interesting perspective. You know, that kind of makes sense to view it that way. So I'm trying to adopt that thought process, right? I do care about my product, and I'm not saying I don't. And I'm not saying anybody who calls their product, you know, stash or whatnot is disrespectful in any way. But I can see her point as saying, you know, if you call it your inventory, you just look at it different. And I was like, yeah, you kind of do. I kind of get that. I get that view. So, and this is a way to like have a visual of what's in your inventory, right? What's in your, what you have for product. So yeah, I think it's just a different take, and it's kind of fun, right? Like I was putting this stuff together last night, giving it a trial run, and I'm like, this is kind of fun, like taking it off of your sticker sheets and putting it on this new binder system. I'm like, it was kind of therapeutic and fun. I was watching actually more of her videos as I was doing this last night, and I found it very relaxing. So I'm kind of thinking this is a system, like my initial thought, my initial gut is telling me like I might adopt this system. But again, I want to give it a trial run first. I might fine tune it, I might tweak it. I might end up not using any more page protectors and just kind of doing like she is and just doing the wax paper and leaving them open. Again, I was just really nervous about them falling off. But so far, I'm not seeing that being the case, except for, you know, if they don't have any adhesive or the adhesive is worn on them. So that's really my fault for not adding some more adhesive to that thicker. But I am going to, or that, yeah, I think it was a thicker. But for now, I'm going to try the page protectors because they have them. They came with the album, and I have plenty. So I think it's a good safety net anyway. Just my opinion, but I think this is, I'm really thinking this might work. Kind of excited about it. Like, I got a lot on here. Just make sure I know their little bits before I move to the other side. Nope. Alright. Alright. So, what have you all been up to in general? Like, I tell you what, I am really excited that March is here. That means spring is close, the warmer weather, we can get outside more. I'm not really a winter person. So during the winter I stay indoors a lot, which is, you know, to each your own, but you know, we don't ski or do anything like that. So but I love the outdoors in the summer, spring, summer, fall. I try to be outdoors as much as possible. We usually don't come in until the sun goes down. Because we just enjoy every moment that we can, because summer just feels so short in Maine up here. So I'm really looking forward to the warmer weather, the spring cleaning. I know I'm one of I love spring cleaning. I love opening up all the windows and letting the fresh air in. Oh, it's just my favorite time of year. It's like your life is like breathed back into you. Like you get this burst of energy when springtime rolls around. So I'm starting to feel that energy and in wanting to revamp and redo a lot of things. So how about you? Do you all love, you know, spring as well? I mean, or are you sad to see winter go? I know there are a lot of people that love winter. So I wouldn't be surprised to see some folks say, yeah, I'm sad to see it go, but I am not. I'll be the first to admit. I like winter up until like the month of December. And then once Christmas and New Year's has gone by, I'm okay with saying goodbye to winter. That's how I feel about it. But I know others love it a little bit more, again, especially those who enjoy a lot of winter activities like skiing or snowmobiling or ice fishing or anything like that. So everybody needs their time and their season, but I myself am looking forward to spring. That is for sure. And I have some plans for my garden. So we'll have officially been in our new house a year in April. So we've basically been through 1 year of all the seasons, and we kind of, you know, are learning how the house behaves, like, I shouldn't say behaves, but like how the different seasons, like, affect the house, like how the lawn grows and how the gardens fill in, because the previous owners had gardens. And so now we have a better idea of what we want to do. So I definitely have some replanting and new garden structure that I am excited to do at some point as well. So this one does have a label, so I am just going to trim that off, and I am going to add it, just so I know. So yeah, lots of fun things. New fun things come with springtime for me. Just like I said, that burst of energy with the warm weather and the long days and the sunshine. All right, we got one done. So that wasn't too bad, but look at all that I've gotten on there. It's so nice to have just a view of it on, like, I totally get where Janet is coming from now. I see it. So, all right, let's do another one. So we're gonna keep going with the crepe paper. All right. Yeah, so what's your favorite season? Do you like spring? You know, what are your plans? And we got Easter right around the corner. I actually not exactly sure what date Easter's on, but I believe it's in March again this year. So I got a plan for that. I'm really hoping we'll be able to do an Easter egg hunt outside because we have a great yard for it. And I always, as a kid, loved Easter egg hunts. I always thought it was fun, especially when we got a little older and the prizes and the eggs became money. You know, it was just like, you know, quarters, dimes, nickels, sometimes even pennies. But every now and again, it would be $1 as well. You know, when you're a kid, that stuff is like, it adds up and it's very exciting. So I still love Easter egg hunting as a kid. And we always go, well, before COVID, we would have a big gathering, the whole family, down at my grandmother's, and we'd do a big Easter egg hunt for all the grandkids and great-grandkids and great-great-grandkids down there, because she's got lots of property and a great space, and it makes her smile. She loves seeing all the family get together, and there's so many of us that it's not often we can. So I think last time we all got together for Easter, dare I say there was about at least 50 of us, if not close to 60, between all the adults and the children. I mean, it's really big. My grandmother had 11 children, so, and I've lost count of how many grandchildren and great-grandchildren, but I fair to guess it's above 20. So we have a big family, to say the least, on my dad's side. So Easter is always really fun oops, I got that one a little close. To go down, and a good excuse to see family and watch all the kids chase for the eggs. It's so cute. So I want to try and be creative this year for the kids' Easter baskets, because I'll be honest with you, the last couple of years I've cheaped out a little bit, and I've gotten some of the pre-made ones, and then I've, you know, added a little bit extra. But yeah, I'm gonna put a little bit more effort into it this year, I think. So, and maybe make the eggs a little more fun. I'm not sure how, but we'll see. I'll think of something. If you have any fun Easter transitions, listen to me. If you have any, Easter traditions or fun ideas to do with eggs in baskets, certainly let me know. I would love to hear from you. Of course, we always have fun dyeing the Easter eggs. That's always a fun big mess, but the kids always have a really good time with that. Yeah, so it's kind of crazy to think that Easter is on its way, right? All right, this one has a label too, so we're gonna add that in here. Oh, I did not cut that very well. I'll make that a little straighter. There we go. Again, I still like to know who the manufacturer is, even though, a lot of times you get to know them after a while, because they all have their own unique style. And who is your favorite right now? Or do you always is your favorite always the same still, or have you moved towards a new favorite of designer? I'd love to hear that. I honestly don't know if I have one particular favorite. I have many. And I like them all for different reasons, right? They all have their own unique style. And I don't think I have a particular style. I don't have I don't know if I have like a particular scrapbook style. So I think that's why I like a lot of different scrappers, or manufacturers, I should say. Because I think my style changes each layout, really. Anyway, I think. I've been asked to describe my style of scrapping, and I honestly, I struggle with that. I'm not really sure how to describe my style. But, yeah, I love crepe paper. I love Maggie Holmes, Jen Hatfield. They have like those vintage soft palettes, really, that I really enjoy. I love Pink Paisley, Pink Fresh. One of my newer favorites is One Canoe 2. I've really enjoyed a lot of their designs. So, Simple Stories is like hit or miss for me. They do have some really great boy collections every now and again. And other ones. Echo Park I like a lot. Oh, good. Cocoa Vanilla is like one of my all-time favorites. They never seem to disappoint me. They just released a new one recently that I'm waiting to come in, hopefully. Well, waiting for pre-order. I haven't been noticed that pre-order is out, but I may have missed the boat too. I should probably go check that, actually. But they're a great company. They're one of my favorites, especially their boy collections. Absolutely love them. So yeah, I'd love to hear who you're into right now, or what collections or designer releases you're looking forward to. That's another good one. I'm not very good at keeping up with that stuff. I try, but I'm not really sure what the buzz is right now. If anybody has a collection that's, they've released little sneak peeks of or not. So I'd love to hear of who you're excited to see their new line. I'm not really sure who I'm looking forward to. They all have, really great stuff. I love them all. Is there such a thing? I love them all. Ooh, I trimmed that one a little bit. I don't think I have a single favorite. I like all the stuff. I like all the designers. I don't know if I could choose a single favorite, to be 100% honest with you, because I like them all for different reasons. All right. We are making some good progress. See how, I don't know if you're finding, I'm finding this super fun. Just, you get to touch, you get to play, you get to see all your different stickers that you have, and I think that's another great reason as to why it's a good idea to repackage your product, because for me anyways, when I touch, see, and feel something that I own rather than just picking it up and putting it on a shelf, I somewhat remember what I have. It helps retain an idea of a product that I own. I'm gonna have to put that one on a different sheet, if that makes any sense. I hope it does, because I'm actually picking it up and looking at it and holding it and deciding where to put it on the sheet. And so I'll remember, you know, some details about these sticker collections that I have. So it's another good reason to consider repackaging. So you can kind of remember what you got, what's in your inventory, right? Oh no. Well, we'll just put that one sideways. Put that in there. All right, so we're gonna have to, I think, move to another wax paper because I'm not gonna be able to fit everything, but that is okay. I am quite all right with that. Not a problem at all. Because again, I can just flip through and look at it side by side in the binder. So to me, that works. All right. So I got most of these on here, but I do have some bigger pieces. Look, we can get that line there. That I don't think I can find a place for on here. All right, so this is gonna go, you know what? These are gonna be side by side because they're Maggie Holmes, so I'm just gonna go ahead and, instead of, you know, using another sheet, let's not waste any space, right? I would if I had to, but since these are, like if this was Vicky Boutin and then I went to Maggie Holmes, I probably wouldn't do this. But since these are all crepe paper Maggie Holmes, their look and feel are quite similar, so I don't mind putting them together on one sheet. I'll put that right there. Oh, you know what? How am I gonna fit this? Oh, you know what? I can do it sideways. I'll just fit this sideways. Hold on a second here. See, oh, and I have my bird. Where am I gonna put the bird? Well, let's see here. We gotta think about this a little differently now, I think. Because I have my big bird I need to find a place for too. All right. All right. We're gonna make this work one way or another. Let's see what we can figure out here. So I have my word right here. This bouquet. It's kind of like a puzzle, right? Actually. Kind of like an intricate puzzle. I gotta fit that there. That can go there. All right, we got 2 more pieces. So I think I can move these up just a smidge and make room. See how easy, I mean, these are sticking, but they're still easy to move. Another reason why I like this system. I think I'm gonna like it anyway, because as I find more things or collections, I can try to maneuver them and fit them in. Yay, look at that. So we found room. All right, and another sheet is done. Okay, so I am going to stop here. We're We're well over the 20 minutes, but I am going to probably put on a show and keep going tonight because I am just having so much fun creating this sticker book. I do want to share with you the thickers as well, or not the thickers, excuse me, the chipboard side of this as well. I think I showed it to you when I shared the sunny days. I had chipboard on here too. This is all chipboard, if you can see. So I'm going to do the same thing with all my chipboard, or this was not chipboard, but with all my chipboard. Ooh, I might have to do a Christmas album though. I'm looking at this, but I have a bunch of chipboard that have been sitting on a shelf for a long time. That's a spare layout. And I don't seek them out. So I think this is going to be a really great way to put them in front of me so I use them. So I'm going to add these. And I promise I will do a follow-up to let you guys know if this system is working well for me or not. I will share it with you in a future video. So I hope you love this idea. Let me know if you adopt it and what you think of it if you already do use it. Thank you guys so much for joining me this evening. I hope you're productive. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. I appreciate your support tremendously. And leave a comment because I love chatting with you all and seeing how things are going and what crafty projects you're working on. So thank you all so much for your support. I appreciate you all so much, and I will see you again soon. Have a great night. Bye.